Well, that should do it for like full-blown evaluation days for quite some time. I'd kind of been putting off doing evaluation days because I had so much work going on, but I decided today was the day and I set aside the time. That's the last of the evaluations that are going to happen in a big block. It may be that we're going to see new evaluations in every now and then, just simply because I have jobs that are straggling in from people that I okayed a job on however long ago. And those might show up. And so you'll see evaluation day videos every now and then until I am ready to start taking in jobs again, which I imagine will be, I don't think, I'd be amazed if it's this fall. Probably it's going to be spring or summer of the coming year, because I have so much work in. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be taking work at all this month, and I have 15 jobs that came in. That's a solid chunk of work. So anyway, but it's all good. When the time comes that I start accepting jobs again, I haven't quite figured out how that's going to look. I hesitate to say I'll make a big announcement, oh, I'm taking work again, because then I'll get buried again. But maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. So if you're out there and you're saying, well, I want to be able to send a watch in, what I would suggest doing is check in with me next spring and see if there's how I'm looking and how things are going, and then we'll go from there. But even though there aren't going to be evaluation day videos, there's going to be other stuff. I'm going to try to work on weekly content, couple, 2-3 videos a week if I can do it. Sabrina is going to do some more videos of her own, which is going to be nice. Speaking of Sabrina, because as I've pointed out before, she's more technically adept than me. She took the Flight Master, or whatever the heck, Field Master, this thing, and she figured out how to do it. The way to make the light to turn on every single time is 2 quick hard taps on the glass. And it works every single time, and I've tested it. Two quick taps on the glass, and the light comes on. Of course, it does leave a smudge on the glass, but that's how you do it. So even at its most sensitive setting, 2 hard taps on the glass. Tapping the one person said, well, when I tap the bezel, it lights right up. This doesn't do this. This doesn't seem to really do that. Okay, anyway, so that was just one note. So we're going to talk about other things. One big video that I'm going to have coming up, again, I talked about the other day, is going through this entire one. This is the watch that was brand new, and it came out of the factory with a faulty movement. And Seiko themselves said that the movement needed to be replaced, but said that that could only happen in Japan. And so the owner decided to give up on it, and it's here. So I'm gonna do a whole series on this thing. We're gonna rip it to pieces down to the ground, put it back together, and see if I know what I'm doing. And that should be fun. That Patty series, that should be fun, and that's coming up as I have time. And I'm gonna look at other things too. Like I'll talk about rare watches restoring. I just found this on eBay as I buy it now. I still can't believe it. I thought the days of finding these were over. This is a 6139 6002 silver dial. Completely original. May 1972. Original white loom. The missing minute counter hand is stuck up here between the indicator ring and the case. Boy, you just don't see these very often. That is going to be a pip. That's going to be nice. And I'll talk about some other stuff. I might have a video on, where did I put it? Video on different variants of the Yachtmaster. I found this on eBay. It was abused and broken, and somebody had been inside who didn't know what they're doing, and I restored it. But it's one of the later variants of the Yachtman. This is a 6138 6138 0012 speed timer. It's a JDM speed timer, and it's it's the variant that doesn't say Seiko 5 on the dial. But you very rarely see these where they're not just really faded and beaten. And this one looked like it had real potential. So we got this one up, and I restored it. It's cool, and I'll talk about the different variants, and I think that ought to be fun. That's a really nice watch, actually. I'm really happy with how that looks. I talk a lot about watches. Some watches, they feel different to me. They feel, some watches feel neutral, like they're null, like there's nothing to them. Some watches feel bad. Even if they look technically good, there's something about them that isn't right, and I don't dig them. But some watches feel good. They feel right. This is a good watch. That's a good watch. It was happy to come back to life. This one is a good one. That's really about it. So in any case, we're off evaluation days for a while. If you have a question, or you have a topic that you want covered, or you're curious about something, you can leave me a message. You can write me an email at the website, which is kleinvintagewatchrepair.com. The email is kvw@kleinvintagewatchrepair.com. Send me an email and say, hey, what about this? Or what can you tell me about this? Or I'd love to see a review of this. I'm curious about this question. That'd be great. Do that, and I'll be happy to answer. And so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me again. Trust me. Okay. Thank you for watching.